With the Elite 11 finals taking place this weekend, I wanted to take a deep dive into the mentality of Canes five-star quarterback commit Israel Abrams. Abrams has been committed to Miami since early April when he did so on the Pat McAfee show and has been a vocal leader for the Canes recruiting class ever since. I plan on doing more of an in-depth breakdown of the player at a later date, but today I wanted to focus on an interview that he did with CBS Sports on check-in day at the Elite 11 finals. Abrams is an absolute dog when it comes to his mentality, and I truly believe it's what separates him from the pack. I'm Peter Ariz. Welcome into Canes Pulse. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. With a 24-0 record in his career as a starter at Montini Catholic in Illinois, Abrams has every reason to be supremely confident, and that confidence did not shrivel up one bit in front of the mic at the most prestigious quarterback event in the country.
You're 24-0 as a starter. I always say that, but like you just ooze 24-0. Like,
yeah, yes, sir. I mean,
like you hate to lose.
I do. I can't. I don't want to.
Doesn't know what it's like to lose.
So I mean, until I taste that, I'm gonna keep the same arrogance. Some might call it, or I call it confidence. Like really strong confidence, and it's not even like what's the word I'm looking for? Like I said, it's not being ignorant. Like it's just being like confident in yourself. Like, yeah, I'm about to go out here and win every game.
Until I taste that, I'm going to keep the same arrogance. What a quote. And I think it just gives you a little bit of an idea of how this young man thinks of himself. And he says it himself there. I don't think it's for a lack of him having humility. I just think that's how the great ones think. I think that's what separates, because all these guys are extremely talented. And there's other guys who are confident too. But when he got in front of that mic and he's talking the way he's talking at this event, it couldn't get me more excited as a Miami Hurricanes fan.
Miami, Shannon Dawson, that offensive coordinator there, I think you're the perfect fit in his offense to be a trigger man. You can get ball out fast. You can alter your release points. What led you to the Hurricanes?
Well, like that very person, I think Shannon Dawson, I mean, you all know, well, I don't know if you all know, but I think the number is since 2012 or 2013, he's got 5 quarterbacks they're in the NFL. So he has 5 active quarterbacks in the NFL right now since 2012. And that's both from D3, D2, and Division I programs. So if you can get a quarterback, I'm not putting D3 football down or D2 football down, but I know for a fact if you can get a quarterback into the NFL from a Division III and Division II program, I'm sure he can get one in from Miami. You know what I mean? So that's kind of my thought process in that. And then, you all know Coach Cristobal, the like-minded people he recruits, the people that are coming to Miami with us, and you all can see what we're trying to do. We're trying to build we want our team to have an attitude problem. You know what I mean? Like, it's like we want our team to know, we're going to know who we are, and we're going to be able to out-physical everybody. We're going to be smarter than everybody, and we're just going to outplay everybody. It's funny. We were eating at the restaurant across the street from Prime 112.
Okay.
I know what that is.
Mm-hmm.
It's in South Beach. It's on South Beach. Mm-hmm. So we were eating at the Italian place right across the street from it, and I gave Coach Cristobal the call, and he was, he was really excited. And then I gave Coach Dawson the call, and he was really excited. And then from there on out, it's been history. It's been great. Like, for real, like the relationship that I've been able to build with those men at Miami already, like I could tell this is going to be something very special.
What's your pitch when you talk to these guys?
I mean, like, who wouldn't want to come? Like, I'm not even being like, who wouldn't want to come play with Miami? Like, we literally are about to be the most exciting football team to watch, and there's no doubt about it. Like, if everything plays out, I genuinely believe like that is like, that's just as good as watching NFL football. Like, that's the next closest thing, like exciting wise and like player wise, and like, oh my gosh, like what a catch! Like this is I want to go watch them play, Mom. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like we're gonna have people like just like wanting to come like be a part of something like that.
And speaking of excitement, Abrams has a ton of that in terms of anticipation of working with Miami staff. You hear how he talks about Coach Dawson, and it's funny. Coach Dawson has 3 quarterbacks in the league right now between Cam Ward, Clayton Tune from his time at Houston, and then Geno Smith at his time in West Virginia. And even though some of the stuff he said there about D2 and D3 quarterbacks isn't necessarily true, you can tell the belief that he has in Dawson to take his game to the next level. And you can also hear the excitement that he has talking about Coach Mario Cristobal and the dogs that he wants to bring in that building with him. As the quarterback, Abrams is a very smart man. He knows that as good as he is, he's only going to be as good as the guys who are surrounding him. So he's doing everything he can to get more guys like that to Coral Gables, but very like-minded to Mario Cristobal. And we see and we know what Mario's mentality is when this whole thing comes together. So as much as we see Abrams has, a bit of a playful energy, he's all about his business.
It's a blessing. You know what I mean? First of all, appreciate to everybody that helped me reach this point so far. You know, my family, anybody that's touched my athletic or my life in some way, shape, or form. So just big shout out to everybody there. And, I'm just here to, get straight to it and just work today, and just put my head down and hopefully come up on top.
A self-proclaimed killer. I remember that story I wrote when you were very adamant about the mentality, the approach you take to this game. I love the work ethic. But for you, what are you looking to take away over these next couple of days, other than surely winning MVP and all that good stuff? But what are you looking to take away these next couple of days?
I think I'm looking to, just understand quarterback on a deeper level, because I think everybody here has a base understanding of how to play quarterback. They wouldn't be here if they didn't. You know what I mean? So I think going even a step deeper and just getting all the way in tune with everything that the coaches are saying, from footwork to time drops, good timing on the drops, to ball placement, to accuracy, to air on the ball, so just all those things, grasping a little bit from every single person and just taking it. And I think that's what's going to help me win.
Izzy, you're familiar with a lot of these quarterbacks, right?
Yeah.
A lot of them from Illinois.
Yes.
Who's the big competition here for you if you're going to be MVP?
Yeah. Trey's a baller. Everybody know that. I've been going at it with Trey probably, we've been going at it since we were sixth grade. We've been training together. So we started out young training. We've played 2 varsity football games against each other. We played a lot of 7-on-7. It's been heated in those 7. There's a lot of trash talking. So it's been a lot of trash talking in the football game. So, I bet there'll be trash talking out here. That's my boy, though. I'm ready to ball, and I know he's ready to ball, too.
See, I've been saying this. I wrote about it last October. Yeah. There's a rivalry here. You guys played a game. It was 55-54.
I don't know if it's a rivalry.
You guys hang out outside of this stuff?
We do not.
It's a rivalry.
I don't know if it's a rivalry.
There's an opportunity.
I've won twice.
Oh, so that's why it's not a rivalry.
Okay. That's my boy. He got the 7-on-7 100% down packed. He's handed me my butt both times in these 7-on-7 games. So big shout out to him in that. On the football, I don't think it's a rivalry.
So who's the best quarterback in the class of 2027?
Me. It's coming.
Yeah. That's why I drafted him. That's why he's on my team.
And the confidence in himself. It's evident. He immediately says he is the best quarterback in the country. No hesitation. And he's got that competitive rivalry with Trey Taylor, who is from Illinois, has now transferred to Omaha, Nebraska, because he's committed to Nebraska and wants to be closer to the campus. But those guys have known each other for years. And I thought it was funny there because Andrew Ivins, who's conducting the interview, is kind of like, hey, I've noted this before, that it looks like there's something between you. And Abrams, the way that he's like, well, it's not really a rivalry. And both of the interviewers are kind of like, why is that? Looking at each other. And Abrams says, well, I beat him twice. Abrams then he's 2-0 against him on the real field. He then says, look, he's beat me in 7-on-7, all that. And you could tell, although they seem to be cool as individuals, every time they step on the field against each other, Abrams is trying to prove that he is the best in the country. And he says it in the quote. He says, it's coming soon. So I'm expecting this weekend Israel Abrams to show out at the Elite 11 finals and really showcase to the rest of the country what the Miami staff believes already, that he is the best quarterback in the country. And when that interview wrapped up, and I really think you guys should go watch the full interview with the video and all that. It's on the CBS Sports page if you just search Elite 11, and you can find the portion of this interview. But both Andrew Ivins and Tom Loy had been sitting there for 2 hours interviewing the top quarterbacks in the country. And at the end of that interview, you could tell Abrams had left a serious impression on them. I'm pumped up about his senior year up there in the Chicago area. and excited to track it, man. I think he's already been a vocal leader here, as we've talked about. I think he's going to get some more guys to jump on board with him. We haven't had this at Miami. We haven't had in the last few years here a top 5, top 10 quarterback in the country. Not to down some of these other guys. Darion Coleman, tremendous arm talent. Excited to see how he develops. Luke Nickel, probably the front runner for that backup quarterback job right now, and has, I think, made some serious progress in his year on campus. But I think Israel Abrams is a step above, right, in a couple different ways. So excited to watch this guy's season play out. We're going to have you guys covered all year long, and hopefully going to be having Izzy on the show here sometime soon. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, everybody. This is Kane's Pulse. Thank you for watching.